You know, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not that confident in this game. The Pittsburgh Steelers will face the Cleveland Browns on Monday Night Football at Heinz Field, and what will be more than likely Ben's last game at Heinz Field and against the Cleveland Browns.
Very fitting it's against the Cleveland Browns, as it's a team he's owned pretty much his entire career.
And even then, still, I'm not that confident coming into this game.
No.
I mean, it's no secret on how the Pittsburgh Steelers are and what they stand right now. Still fighting for a playoff spot. They're third in the AFC North Division, and they are going up against the Browns that are fourth in the division, dead last. But the Browns, they're just like us, we're still fighting for a playoff seed.
Not only that, but the division, because it's very possible that next week we could get the Bengals and the Browns for the AFC North title. If we were to go down as the Ravens losing this week versus the Rams, the Bengals winning this week versus Kansas City, and the Browns beating us on Monday night.
Right. Oh, very possible.
Everything is possible. And even when you look at the playoff scenarios for the Pittsburgh Steelers, winning the division is probably the easiest path for us making the playoffs, plus it gives us home field advantage. Meaning this could not be Ben's last home game. But the way to do that is for us to obviously win out versus the Browns, versus the Ravens, but we would need the Bengals to lose out versus the Chiefs, versus the Browns.
Yeah.
But if the Bengals win at least one game, then it's too late for the Steelers to catch up. There's no way of catching the Bengals if they win one more game this year. But the Steelers could still make the playoffs as the 7th seed, the last seed, if these were to go down. And I wrote this, and thanks to ESPN and their playoff machine for helping me figure this out. Shout out to that. If Bengals win one more game, there's no catching up for the North, obviously for the Steelers. However, playoff hopes aren't dead. We can still make it as a wild card, but in order to do that, we'd have to win out, obviously, but also hope that the Chargers, the Dolphins, and the Raiders lose at least one of their final 2 games, while also hoping the Ravens lose out, all of which is possible, because the Ravens face the Rams again this week and close versus us at their house. The Dolphins face the Titans and the Patriots, and they could lose either one of those games. They could lose both.
Very possible.
More likely versus the Pats, because I doubt Miami sweeps New England this year. The Chargers, they face the Broncos and the Raiders, both divisional games. So I'm sure one loss is bound to happen. And the Raiders face the Colts and Chargers. So no matter how you look at it for the Pittsburgh Steelers and their playoff hopes, it's all very possible, despite the fact that this team is garbage.
Oh, it's very bad.
But that goes to show you how poor the AFC is in general.
Yeah, this conference this year is not too appealing.
No, it's not.
I mean, by God, the Kansas City Chiefs are the only capable team of basically having a chance to go to the Super Bowl for the conference. Maybe the Bengals, but even then, they have bad luck in the playoffs.
Obviously.
Nonetheless, the Steelers still have an opportunity, but they have to win out, no question about it.
And that starts with obviously having to win this game on Monday night, which very well could be, again, Ben's last home game in Heinz Field. And very fitting, it's against the Browns, as he has a 25-3-1 record versus the Browns. In fact, I think nearly 9th of his career passing yards has come against the Browns. And I'm not sure what the record is for this, but I would love to know where Ben ranks in the most career passing yards versus a single opponent. But because of that, that doesn't mean we're going to automatically beat the Browns, because the last time we faced the Browns at our house, we all know what happened.
Yeah, it was
and that was in primetime as well.
It was a devastating loss and a hurtful loss. And you know for a fact the Browns are going to want to do it again for a second straight year.
Yes, because that should have ended the Big Ben era. Now, the Browns are going to try to do it again, especially after the history that Ben has caused them, the pain that they've caused, that Ben has caused them. Plus, the Browns are still fighting for AFC North.
Yeah, considering the fact that they did lose 2 straight games. So, at this point, one, they're fighting for a playoff spot, but at the same time, they have nothing to lose. For them to keep their season alive, of course they're going to want to try to rain on our parade, take a shit on our stadium, and pretty much end our season. Because if we lose this game, it's season over, basically.
Season is over because we cannot catch up to any team in the playoffs.
We will be eliminated from playoff contention.
Because the Chargers already beat us, the Raiders already beat us, We have a strength of schedule over the Dolphins, but we would have more losses than the Dolphins, plus the tie hurts us, so they would have a better record over us.
Yep.
So if we lose this game, season over. Season is over. Playoff hopes are gone. So it's either win or your season's up. This game is most important. It is.
And this is the game that this team, the players, the coaches, everybody has to show up. They have to step up.
Everyone has to step up. They understand the importance of this game. They understand what is at stake. And it's funny because right before the Chargers game, I said that was the stretch that would tell us who the Steelers really are. And they have told us who they are.
I mean, as a matter of fact, I think they showed us that way before then.
They did.
Let's be honest here.
But
They've been showing that.
But I was giving them the benefit of the doubt to see if they could step up in this toughest stretch of the season. And they haven't most of the time.
No, they haven't.
They have not. But can they step up versus the Browns while they are still fighting for the division and playoff hopes?
I mean, I sure as hell hope so.
But against the Browns, man, we all know the Browns. They've kind of underwhelmed this year with the talent that they have. They have a mini COVID outbreak that delayed their game versus the Raiders, actually. And they're on a short week versus the Packers, which they nearly won. But, yeah, they've lost 2 straight. And now they have a decent little break and getting some guys back from the COVID list this week as they play
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Of course, on Monday night. Some guys they're getting back are Kareem Hunt. Who else? Ronnie Harrison, Jadeveon Clowney, Troy Hill, Malik McDowell, Jedrick Wills, Mac Wilson. They could be getting Greg Newsome back as well. Some guys that are hurt, J.C. Treader, John Johnson could be back as well. So we could be facing a fully healthy Browns, a full strength Browns.
For the most part. I mean, the only guy that's doing anything in the pass rush is Myles Garrett.
And we all know the state of this Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line.
Now, last time we faced the Browns, Garrett did have a sack, I believe, but Dan Moore, for the most part, kind of held his own. But for this game, he's gonna have to do it again. He's gonna have to do it again, no question about it. But that's the case for all of our offensive linemen. You got to protect Ben. You got to block.
You got to get a rushing game going with Najee. That's pretty much it for the offense. Defensively, we already know what we have to do. It's no secret. It is no secret, but I don't think the Steelers team is capable of doing that. Yes, they did it in week 6 we faced them. The last time we faced the Browns, and we limited Nick Chubb pretty well, but he was coming off of IR, and now he's pretty much fully healthy. And Nick Chubb is a top 3 running back in the league.
And our rush defense has gotten worse.
I'd argue he's top 2 running back in the league. And our rushing defense, like you said, has gotten worse.
It's gotten so much worse.
And they're getting Kareem Hunt back. So their rushing attack will be fully healthy with them getting offensive linemen as well. Now, their right tackle position is a little up in the air. So T.J. Watt, who has a great history versus the Browns, could very well, continue his Defensive Player of the Year campaign for sure. But is he going to be able to do that if we can't limit the rushing attack?
Right.
Because the way to beat the Browns is obviously to force them to lean on Baker. Because now Baker is serviceable, but the second he's leaned on, he collapses.
Oh, Baker's not that great of a quarterback.
No, he is not.
He's not that great of a that's shown for weeks.
For weeks.
You can't lean on the guy. You can't rely on the guy. He will fuck up.
He will just collapse under pressure, under anything.
So the main key is obviously to stop the run, but that's a lot easier said than done. And for the Steelers, we can get it done.
We cannot get it done. And the Browns could have a complete field day with the rushing attack against us. I do not trust this rushing defense whatsoever.
I mean, we should be getting Devin Bush back. He should be activated off COVID, pretty much the COVID list any day, actually. But even when he's in there, it's not really much of a help.
No, it's not.
Like, no matter who we got in there, if the defensive line ain't going to close that gap, the linebackers ain't going to do it. As a matter of fact, Minka's going to do it. Because the linebackers can't do it. Minka's got to clean up after everybody else. Might as well call him the janitor at this point, because he's cleaning up after the defense's mistakes.
Exactly. He's cleaning up everybody's mess.
The guy's got over like 110 some on tackles this season for a free safety. That should not be happening.
That's disgusting, actually, for a fucking free safety.
I mean, it goes to show that Minka can tackle. He's gotten better at tackling. Thank God for Minka.
But that's not a good stat defensively.
No, it's not.
It's not. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that. He'll probably be at the top of the tackle list once again. I do not trust this defense, man. I don't trust this rushing defense specifically. if we were to force the game into Baker's hands, yeah, I like our chances. I really do. Because I trust that defense, our defense in that aspect. But they're going to lean on the rushing attack a lot, as they should. If they don't, then the Browns deserve to lose. In fact, if the Browns lose, they're out of playoff contention as well. So whose season's going to end this Sunday? Is it going to be the Browns? Is it going to be the Steelers?
But as of right now, it's not looking too great for the Steelers. It's actually looking more favorable for the Browns, based on how they have looked pretty much the majority of the season. Us, not too much. Not too much.
And the Browns could be getting a lot of guys back from injury, from COVID. So
most of their team this Monday night could very well be healthy.
Right. So when I look at this game, I don't like the chances for the Steelers, but they have to step it up. Everyone has to step it up. Everyone from the coaching staff down to the team, down to the special teams, has to step it up. The season is on the line. And Ben's possibly his last home game of his career versus the Browns. You know the Browns are going to want to end it on a bad note with a bad taste in his mouth.
Of course.
Again.
And I don't want that. I don't.
I don't want that. I don't want that for the team. I don't want it for Ben. I don't.
The Steelers need to go into Heinz Field Monday night in their own territory. Their last home game of the season. Potentially Ben's last game at Heinz Field. They need to go out there and knock it out the park.
Yes, they do.
Against a division rival, against a team that owned us in our own stadium last playoff season. I'm sure that's still got to leave a bad taste in all of the Steelers' mouths. Still.
So what?
1 year later, we got to go out there and do something.
So what team are we going to get come Sunday? Are we going to get the same thing we've seen all year? Are we going to get the same team we've seen last week? Or are we going to get a team that actually wakes the fuck up and understands the situation that we're in? Are we going to see a team that understands what bed we've made? Or are we going to lay in it? Or are we going to get the fuck out that motherfucker and get up and get ready? What team are we going to get come Sunday?
I guess we'll find out come Monday night.
We will find out come Monday night. I'm hyped for the game. I'm excited, but I'm not optimistic about us winning.
And I'm not expecting much at all in this game. I'm really not. I'm actually expecting a very heavily defensive performance from both teams.
Yes.
Unless we stop the run. Or if we can't stop the run, then throw that out the window.
Right. But the season is on the line. Our playoff hopes are on the line. We'll see what the team does. We'll see what Steelers team we get.
But here we go, Steelers.
Here we go, Steelers, at the end of the day. Let's beat the Browns, man. Let's sweep the Browns. That'd be a good feeling. Sweeping the Browns, that'd be a good feeling after what they did to us last year. Let's beat the Browns. Let's continue on our playoff hopes. Seriously. Otherwise, you can pack it up.
Literally.
You can pack it up, and another season could be in the books. The season is on the line come Sunday. Ben's last home game. The Steelers better come out showing. If not, then you know what? They deserve what the fuck they get.
Exactly.
They deserve whatever they're going to get if they don't show up come Sunday in Heinz Field. You know the stadium's going to be popping just based on the fact it's Ben's last home game. So, are you going to take that energy and bring it onto the field, or are you just going to be lazy? Are you going to give up? What team are we going to get come Sunday? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
A huge shout out to Unger to the Max and Loose Cannon, two great Browns fans that we have the privilege to talk to know. Two great Browns fans, two loyal Browns fans, great guys. Huge shout out to them. Good luck in this game. It's sure as hell going to be a hell of a battle. No question about it, but may the best team win.
Yes. Good luck come Sunday. It should be very interesting. A very interesting week to see what's going on for sure. Good luck in the game, guys.
But let's go Steelers.
Let's go Steelers. Let's get this win.
Let's keep our season alive despite how we've been. Let's keep our season alive.
Here we go, Steelers. Let us know you guys' thoughts down below. Let's get this win. We'll see what the Steelers do. We'll see what team shows up. Ben's last home game. Let's end it on a good note. Here we go, Steelers.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!